Всем здорово, народ, с вами Мивар. Вот мы проходим Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2 за TSLRCM с установленным модом на установление вырезанного контента. Сейчас мы тут закончили все дела в джунглях, сделали все квесты Мандалора, какие можно было. Можно сюда уже пройти теперь? Нет, нельзя, жалко. И сейчас мы будем отправляться на Ондерон. Пойдем.
I'm going to talk with Zuka and have him start a shuttle flight check. After that, we'll head out. How are the port stabilizers?
They check out Mandalore. All systems are green.
Good. I want the shuttle bound for Onderon within the hour. What do you want?
Is all in readiness?
It is. Like I promised. Why? You want to back out now?
My only concerns are for the one you escort to Onderon, Mandalorian. Would you do any less for one of your clan?
Don't pretend to understand us. We Mandalorians are a breed apart.
If by apart you mean scattered, broken, and lost, then yes, you are correct.
Not for long. Soon the Mandalorians will be strong again, united as one clan under one banner. Mine.
Ah, yes, the Great Crusade, after the first one was ended by Revana and the Jedi. Such a defeat was merciful, an echo of the end, when your ships were in flames, crushed in the grip of Malachor V. But I do not need to remind you of such things.
I was at Malachor V, and I remember how many Jedi died to stop us there. And no matter how many dead orbit that planet, the Mandalorians still live. Clan Ordo still lives. See Kex there? He was serving on
Да, клан Орда. Это под шлемом Кондеру с Ордом из первой части. Наш напарник. Я, наверное, забыл об этом упомянуть, но это такой маленький спойлер.
Indeed, the future is always in motion. It is a difficult thing to see. Perhaps there will be no New Age Mandalore, no great Mandalorian crusade. Perhaps your people fought their last battle at Malachor V, and you have been dying ever since, a quiet death that will last centuries. And perhaps all that remains will be what I see before me, a man wounded by a Jedi, encased in a Mandalorian shell, hunted by the thought of being the last of the Mandalorians.
You've got some guts talking to me like that. You think your age or your Jedi whelp are going to keep you safe from me?
No, Mandalore, you are wrong. I hope that it is you who will keep the one I travel with safe. You are loyal, and you have served many masters, even when they abandoned you. Do you wonder where he wanders now, Mandalore? Why he gave you your orders, then abandoned you at the edge of the galaxy?
How do you know that?
I know many things, and I can answer the question that burns within your shell, Mandalore. But there is a price. You must keep the one I travel with safe. He is important to me, more important than anything. Show the same loyalty you have shown in the past, Mandalore. If there is a Mandalorian crusade, let it be for something that will carry your people's memory into the future. So when the time comes when there are no more Mandalorians, then at least their honor will remain. The one I travel with has walked your same path, and I ask that when the end comes, that you remember that kinship, even if it seems there is nothing else left.
Forget the Jedi. Keep your eyes on her.
1, 2, 3. Mandalorians, we got company. Stealth targets have breached our perimeter.
Wait a moment. I sense there is a disturbance in the camp. Our enemy has tracked us here. I did not expect them so soon. How did they get here, I wonder? Regardless, we must eliminate them all. None of them can escape. Our whereabouts must remain a secret. Let us join the battle. Our allies will need our help.
Ну, окей. Да, применять не буду. Так. Прыжок. Отлично. Эти ребята слабые. Я долго пробиваю. Они даже чересчур крутые, мне кажется. А давайте избивать одного. Как это классно. Он что-то живучий вообще, как? Куда они только берут? Попробуем. О, сработало отлично. Ну, ща я его не прошу.
Think you were the only ones with stealth generators, did you? Over here. There are more of them. For Mandalore.
Ни хрена их тут. Они все равно слабее как-то. Я бы стал сильнее. Сложно сказать, какая это причина. Но я их буквально на 2 удара вырезаю. Что есть хорошо. Отлично, стазис прокнул на 4.
Seems trouble follows you on a regular basis. I think it's best for both of us if we head to Izis immediately. Grab your gear. My men will take care of cleaning up the mess.
Так, со мной обязательно идет Мандалор. Эх, как бы не было... Как бы мне не хотелось взять с собой какого-нибудь джедаев, я возьму Балдура. Жалко это, но нельзя взять. Возьму Балдура, прокачаю с ним. Так, ну что ж, вот мы и добрались до Ондерона.
Vaklu's saying that the Republic ship attacked first? That's madness!
Unfortunately, lie or not, it's a madness people will believe.
The timing of this is atrocious. A space battle above our skies, so many of our fighters lost?
Curiously, only Tobin's men were involved in that battle.
That shooter!
Strong word, Your Majesty, but there is no good time for news like this. I recommend we continue with our plan.
But won't that bring even more followers to Vaklu's side, increasing his power?
For a time, perhaps, but we both know he's not the true threat. It's his unseen support from the shadows that we must drag out into the light. Then, and only then, can we strike.
I fear by then it will be too late.
Кого-то мне напоминает эта королева. Ну кого? Вот. Хоть убейте, не помню.
Here we are, city of Izis. It's been shut down tight for months now. General Vaklu is close to declaring martial law. We won't be able to travel too far in the city. Fortunately, I have a friend in this quarter of the city. He's a doctor by the name of Dagon Gent. His office is on the other side of the market square. It might be best if you do the talking around here. The Onderonians have a mixed view of Mandalorians after we conquered their world.
Так. Мандалорианский шаттл. Ты должен закончить свои дела. Изизим. Окей. Так. Во что ты у нас одет? Броню с тебя нельзя снять, увы. Так, ты ходишь с винтовочкой, да? Ты любишь такое оружие. Ну, да, можешь походить с тяжелым автоматическим карабином. Так, новый уровень, навыки рекомендованные, да, способности рекомендованные. Мы с двумя оружиями. Почему нет? Принять повысить навыки рекомендованные. Окей, способности рекомендованные. Блин, не знаю. Пожалуй, я его буду качать для ближнего боя. Что-то я вообще не верю в дальний бой. Принять. Повысить атрибуты рекомендованные, окей. Навыки рекомендованные, окей. Способности. Так, окей. Принять. Навыки рекомендованные, окей. Способности. Окей. Новый уровень. Навыки рекомендованные, окей. Способности. Окей. Повысить уровень. Навыки рекомендованные, да. Способности. Так, что на способностях можно хорошего взять? Так. Возьмем вот это. Мог принять новый уровень. Атрибуты рекомендованные, да. Навыки рекомендованные, да. Способности. Так, что у нас тут? Вот это еще прокачаем. Принять. Ну, тут просто постоянно есть способности, которые вкачивать. Но Мандалора точно нельзя сделать джедаем, поэтому я его и вкачиваю. Сам что мне так кажется, что его нельзя сделать джедаем. Будет забавно, если можно. Да не, нельзя. Мандалор, он Мандалор. У него своя атмосфера. Так. Навыки. Ух ты. Что, способность не прокнула, даже странно. Способности. Что у нас способности хорошего? Возьмем это. Атрибуты рекомендованные, да. Способности. Ой, навыки рекомендованные. Способности. Способности. Так. Взять, принять. Могу себе еще вкачивать-то. Уже 24-й. Так. Что, я не взял, что ли? Какой у меня там уровень? Где мой уровень-то? Лол. Ай, ладно. Так, навыки рекомендованы. Окей. Принять. Значит, у меня 16-11. Так, это значит, у нас получается 27-й. Угу. Так, окей. Способности. Что, вкачаем критический удар тебе? Понятно, уже и не повкачивать. Так. Шесть 20, 2 16. Фрейра. На этом огромном клинке высечены символы вождя Уки Фрейра. Фрейра. Каким образом оружие попало с планеты Уки Кошек, неизвестно. Фрейр был крут. Ну, давай тебе вот возьмем эту пику. Потом на голову чуть одеть. Такое бы крутое. Так, давайте это вот это оденем. О, импланты. О, ты можешь себе нормальные импланты вставлять. Ставим этот. Что тут такого интересного есть? Давай силу поставим. Так, у тебя, Балдур, что тут? Оденем тебе это. Так. Сложение, рефлексы. Это тебе лучше подойдет. Да. Так, способности. Окей. У тебя ничего особо не вкачано. О, bizarrный затрат талантом. Ну что ж, ладно. Так, сохраняемся здесь. Так, ну продолжаем врываться потихонечку. Чё? Я уже не помню толком.
It's been a while since you've docked here, eh? I suppose the lockdown has hurt your profits as well. Oh, it must be hard to shuttle people when nobody's allowed to leave. The blockade has been bad for everyone.
Что здесь происходит?
Your manifest says it's been 2 months since you last came here. It's become much worse since your last trip. Military checkpoints are everywhere.
Есть новости о блокаде?
Nothing new. Our space forces have been in full readiness ever since the space battle in orbit. Tensions are running high. All Republic vessels must be searched, and the delays are turning pilots grey before their time. And ever since the Republic fired on our space forces, things have been even slower. Bad days. Bad days. And things are getting worse. I'd get out of the system quickly if I were your friend. Well, doesn't look like you have any trade goods, so the inspection's just a formality. Here's your starport visa. Don't lose it. They're priceless right now.
Бесценно? Почему?
If you want to leave the planet, you need a starport visa. They're very hard to get. Many people want to get out of here before things get worse.
Как обстоят дела на Ондероне?
There's strict food and water rationing, and General Vaclu's troops have been very thorough in finding Republic dissidents. Bombing's very common.
Так, почему виза космопорта?
If you want to leave the planet, you need a...
Так.
If you want to leave... Certainly. Mind what I said about the starport visa. I know one captain already who can't get back into the starport.
Так.
You again? You don't need to see me if you want to leave the city.
In the latest news today, the Ondorron Space Force has confirmed that a Republic military craft initiated the space battle over our planet. Sources inside the military say the first shots of the massive battle were fired by the Republic vessel, the Ebon Hawk. The Ebon Hawk is a capital-class vessel, and it destroyed 15 Ondorron military fighters, all being destroyed by Colonel Contend's forces. Queen Fire is expected to make an announcement later today. Whether her support of the Republic will falter due to this attack is unknown.
Нормально так нас обставили.
I can't believe...
General Vaclu is royalty too. I know a lot of people wish he was king.
General Vaclu was an
Ты пришел, без сильного оружия, тебе крышка. Для тебя особая распродажа. Что ты продаешь? Это запрещено в городе, тупые андеронцы думают, что им не нужно мое оружие. Людям нужно оружие, чтобы защитить себя. Но они говорят, что это запрещено, так что все мои товары лежат на складе. Зато тебе я могу сделать скидку. Что знаешь о Изисе? Здесь все просто разлагается. Военные ни к чему не годятся. Правит королева, но многие солдаты, скорее всего, это злой человек. Он не дает мне продавать товары в Изисе. Как можно остановить плохих людей без бластеров и энергощитов? Что ты знаешь о королеве генерале Ваку? Говорят, что королева Талия слаба. Другие говорят, что нет. Она хочет остаться с республикой. Генерал Ваку, ее кузен, очень влиятельный человек. Он думает, что нам с республикой не по пути. От республики у народа одно горе. Но Ваку еще хуже. Он не дает торговать в городе. Торговец Аквалиш, разве ты не должен торговаться с каким-нибудь битхом за пару кредитов? Не все Аквалиш этим занимаются. Битхи тоже очень заметны. Я зарабатываю, продавая военные товары, а в Изисе они просто расслаблены. Так, ну давай посмотрим, что у тебя есть. У меня даже столько денег нет. По Сторонасе. Да, Наси всю свою экипировку растерял, походу.
Republic dissidents blew up an army depot in the lower city.
That's space. I heard the Paragas mining facility was completely destroyed. What?
Fair winds to you, off-worlder. Is it too much to hope that you are a Talosian merchant?
Я не торговец.
The winds still taste of misfortune, then. Our beasts will continue to wait in their cages.
Ты кто?
I am a beast rider. I have flown great distances gathering the animals you see here. We keep hoping that Ithorians or Talosians get through the Space Force's searches so that we can sell them.
Расскажи о наездниках, погонщиках животных.
Our people have been here for centuries, though we were not always one with the wilds of Oндерон. In ancient times, our people were criminals, prisoners who were cast out of Izis and sentenced to die by the beasts in the wilds. But our ancestors learned how to survive and even tame the mighty beasts. They became our strength and companions. We fought endlessly with Izis for resources and survival. But 2 generations ago, an Izis princess named Gallia and a great beast rider hero, Oron Kira, married. They united our peoples, but now things are unraveling. Even the beasts can smell it in the air.
Что значит встают на свои места?
Many beast riders have fallen to the city ways, and some are now no more than common thugs. Queen Talia and her cousin General Vaku argue in open councils. The beasts stir from the changes in the wind and cannot be calmed, and we beast riders find it harder to enter the city each day.
Почему так трудно попасть в город?
No one is to leave the city without the starport visas. It chokes passage in and out of Izis.
Зачем Тилосу твои звери?
Telos needs new ecosystems if the reclamation efforts on the planet are to succeed. Ethor, Onderon, and Duxon are rich in food chains necessary to create new life on Telos and sustain it.
Although some of your terms are unknown to me, what you say is true. Telos was attacked by Darth Vader in the Jedi Civil War. The surface was completely destroyed. The Ithorians have been searching for appropriate wildlife to create a new Telos, but their merchants are stalled by the blockade.
That'll be another death blow to Telos if no new ecosystems can be brought to the planet. The Ithorians are only part of the equation.
Your friend is correct. Much harm is being done on both sides as long as the blockade is in effect.
Так, твои твари не устают?
They have been kept in their cages for a long time. But yet at times, I feel as if something else is affecting them. Frightening. Perhaps it is the city itself. Izis has fallen upon dark times, and tensions run high in the streets.
Зачем тебе так много животных в клетках?
These beasts you see here are for delivery to Telos, but the Republic vessels that transport them have to wait for thorough and needlessly long searches. So the city is stacked with caged beasts waiting for their ships. We have stopped gathering beasts now, but they still fill the city. For Drexel and Ryder, the Athorians brought wealth and prosperity. Our settlements prospered, but now... Calm.
What?
Так, я ни при чем.
Run! The bomber is out of control!
Понятно. Ну, походу, придется ее убивать.
I don't know what to say. I heard stories, but I assumed that they were fledgling riders, or simply tales that grow in the telling. Not since my first Drexel have I lost control of a beast. I apologize profusely. Here, I give you these credits for the danger I put you in.
Спасибо вам за кредит, это не обязательно.
Please keep them. It salves the shame my beast's behavior has brought me.
Твари часто так делают?
Absolutely not. But recently, things are not as they were. The beasts grow more agitated by the day. The stories say that the smoldering fires of city politics cast a smoke they can smell and breathe. They revert to their primal instincts. As you've just seen, when they get that way, not even a skilled beast rider can control them. As soon as I leave here, I will talk with my family. There is much to be discussed.
Мне пора.
Halt, off-worlder. You'll have to answer some questions before you go into the city. What is your business on Izis?
Убеждение. Может, пропустим формальности? Похоже, мы оба слегка торопимся.
Why not? I can see you have no crates or cargo, and your ship is obviously not affiliated with the Republic. You're free to go. Don't lose your starport visa, otherwise you won't be leaving for a long while.
Let's hurry this up. I want him escorted out of here quickly.
This is outrageous. I'm not a spy. I'm a journalist for Izis Com.
You're a Republic spy, and your propaganda will be silenced. We are taking you back to our barracks for interrogation.
But, well, you can't be serious. You accuse me of propaganda? I have proof that Vaklu is withholding information on the so-called Republic.
One more word of treason out of you. What are you looking at? This is none of your business.
Please, sir, help me. Vaklu's troops won't listen. I'm just a journalist, not a spy.
У вас есть какие-то доказательства?
A warrant? General Vaklu passed an edict giving the military broad authority to detain and question anyone suspected of treasonous activity. It was specifically meant for us to pick up spies like this before they could leave Izis or go underground.
У вас есть какие-нибудь доказательства?
That is classified military information.
Вы нарушаете права человека, я позабочусь об этом, чтобы об этом узнали все.
Men, let him go. We'll be back with a court order. Then we'll take him to the barracks. And you should watch yourself. You don't want to be known for siding with people like him.
I don't know how to thank you. I'm getting out of Izis now. Eventually they'll come back for me. After that, I have a feeling no one will hear from me again. Thank you.
Please, Captain, help me. My children and I are desperate to get off of Oндерон. Do you have an open starport visa?
Что ты хочешь сказать?
My husband. was killed by General Vaklu's troops. Our home was seized, and we were cast out. We have seen many wars on Izis, and I know war is coming. I want to spare my children from bloodshed.
Я чувствую, что ты мне не все говоришь.
I've told you our story. Please, won't you help us?
Если ты хочешь, чтобы я помог, расскажи мне правду.
My husband, he was part of the Izis Council. He was a strong supporter of the Queen and the Republic. His views weren't always popular. Over time, he became convinced that Vaklu was trying to kill Queen Talia. He tried to kill Vaklu. To protect the Queen. The conspiracy was discovered, and he was shot during the arrest. What he did was wrong, and our life has been so difficult since then. I just want to get off this planet and start a new life. Please, help us. No one else will.
Я посмотрю, что можно сделать. Так.
Captain, you're...
You have the look of someone used to adversity. A cut above the rabble around here. I have a business proposition for you. Everyone around here begs and pleads night and day for open starport visas. Very touching how well they act out their lies. Or truths. It doesn't matter, really. What does matter is credits. Hard currency. I offer you 2,000 credits if you find an open starport visa. You won't find a better deal.
Звучит достойно. Кто-то другой сможет заплатить больше. Что ты будешь с этим делать?
Does it matter? Truly matter? No. I have no sad story. I just know people who will pay a great deal for an open starport visa. The credits are your share of my profits. The visas are very rare, but I have a feeling you may come across one.
Ты можешь рассказать мне об этом месте?
Ask someone who cares about that. Izis has suffered for many years. The strongest of us are accustomed to it now. So...
Так, ну и что здесь интересного?
In the Council of Lords today, Lord Dashiell recommended a special commendation for Colonel Tobin due to his brilliant command of our armada in the skies above Onderon. Without him, Lord Dashiell said, the Republic attack would surely have done more damage. Tobin is one of Iziz's greatest heroes and deserves recognition.
General Vaklu is royalty too.
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe, Off-Worlder. How can I assist you?
Мне нравится здесь перевод. Или, может, я хороший перевод поставил в этот раз. Да, нет, я тоже вставил, что у меня был. Почему вокруг так много звериных клеток?
Ithorians have been buying them to help rebuild Telos. I don't know why, but ever since they started, the Beast Riders have been crawling out of the woodworks to sell them animals. But the Republic blockade has meant long delays, and because of that, beast cages are filling up the streets of Izis.
Что это за башня?
That's an air defense tower. The city's filled with them. Izis is an ancient city, and for many generations, our main enemy was the Beast Riders that lived outside the city.
Towers like these were built to protect us against Drexel and their Beast Riders.
А что такое Drexel?
A Drexel is a flying beast. Huge creatures with teeth the size of your arms. Lethal, and skin like ferrosteel plates. Somehow the Beast Riders figured out how to tame them years ago.
Расскажите мне про наездников на зверях.
That's a long story. You sure you have the time? Most people don't care for an old soldier spinning a tale or two.
Так, у меня есть время на это, мне интересно.
Someone else who likes history, huh? All right. Izis was formed pretty much at the dawn of our civilization. It was born out of necessity. It protected us from the dangerous beasts that litter Onderon. This city is as old as our civilization. Most of our technology was invented to fortify these walls and protect us. For ages, our worst criminals were cast out of the city to an almost certain death. It wasn't completely certain, though. Some of the criminals figured out how to survive out there. They learned how to tame the native beasts. And it wasn't long before they turned their attention to Izis.
Соратники больше не враги вам? Что случилось?
About 50 years ago, Princess Gallia married one of the great leaders of the Beast Riders, Orrin Kira. That was right at the start of the Beast Wars. By the end of it, Gallia was crowned queen, and finally there was peace between our people.
Вы еще союзники?
It's hard to put aside centuries of conflict. There's an uneasiness between our people. The Beast Riders are upset that General Vaklu has forbidden Drexel in Izis. Citizens usually only see the fallen Beast Riders, who know better than thugs. Things are quiet right now. I have some time. These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some disagreements.
Можешь рассказать мне о проблемах?
I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Ask around, though. Stay out of trouble.
Please tell me you're an off-worlder. You came from the spaceport, right?
Да.
But this is good news. You have a starport visa, right? I can only sell my best weapons if you have that. These soldiers ensure that I don't forget these formalities.
Watch it, Keg. The captain already has enough complaints about you.
No need to be alarmed, my foreign friend. Pay the soldier no heed. Pretend he isn't here.
Что ты продаешь?
Large variety of weapons. My stock is very good. You might want to buy some before the general decides he needs more blasters. Then weapon merchants like myself have the honor of providing them to him at a substantial discount, even below what it costs us. We do it happily, or else.
Or else what, Keg?
Or else we are very unhappy at not being able to do our part.
Почему ты можешь продавать, если только людям с визами космопорта?
General Vaklu is concerned about well-armed insurgents. They've had to get arms from somewhere. Not from me, of course, but all sales of weapons have been severely restricted. I can only sell to off-worlders like you that have the proper clearance. And now off-worlders can't come here because of the blockade and searches, but it's a wise policy.
Ты точно счастлив?
Of course. Soldiers are only doing their job. Even if it puts me out of business, I am happy. Even if I'm forced to live off scraps in the street, I am so happy to do my part. Long live General Vaklu.
Что ты можешь сказать мне об Изизе?
Oh, everything is great here.
Понятно. Так.
I think Vaklu is using Republic spies as an excuse to intimidate anybody that...
There must come a time when the Queen bows to the will of the people. The Republic has brought nothing but war and death. In our 50 years of flying their colors, we have had more war than the past millennia. Back General Vaklu in his effort to make her see reason. We do not need the Republic. They need our resources, our world, and our blood. For all that we have given, now we get nothing. The Republic is weak and falling apart. Its Jedi, whose fallen brethren have brought such misery to us, have disbanded. Let's be the first world to take our future into our hands. Are you with me?
Кто я?
Yes, you! It is up to each and every one of us to turn the tide, to take control of our future.
Республика действительно что-то делает вам в ответ?
No, they take from us. They are like Minox, sucking energy and resources from so many worlds. They bleed us for their bureaucracy and their excesses.
That's enough, Ponlar. If you keep this up, you're going to spend time in detention. You're coming awfully close to treason.
You can't silence me forever, soldier. But I'll keep my peace. For now. If I speak more right now, the soldiers...
These are dangerous times.
I heard the Paragus mining facility was completely destroyed. I can't believe the Republic assaulted our space forces. bit of a secession. We should declare war.
General Vacla's royalty too. I know a lot of people that wish he was king.
Персонажи зовут Толпа, ну пипец. Ладно, очки. Да, здорово. Так. Да, это было достаточно несложно. Взломать компьютер. Понятно, не повзламываешь особо. Так, что-то за промотка диалога, что вы думаете о короле Италии? Я мало что знаю про генерала Ваку. Следствия будут... Так, кому вы больше доверяете? Доверять вашим лидерам это опасно. Я лучше буду поддерживать королеву Италии. Что там был за диалог? Девора конец. Генерал Ваклу отрежет. Так. Согласен. Человеческий разум. Королева Италии хорошие мысли. Естественно, мы с великим лидером. Давайте обсудим это. Может, Contend. Спасибо тебе за беседу. Если бы это можно было назвать беседой, я не знаю, откуда эти баги берутся. Но они обидные. Так. Сохранить. Так, уйти из игры. Загрузить.
I told you before, Off-Worlder, the sky ramp is restricted to...
А что такое небесный подъем?
The sky ramp leads to the battlements, and this particular ramp leads straight to the palace itself. No civilians are allowed past this point.
Убеждение, мне нужен кто-то ответственный.
I'm the one in charge here, Off-Worlder. If you try to get past me, then you'll have the entire Izis garrison on you in seconds.
Она важная миссия, я должен увидеть кого-нибудь во дворце.
There's no chance of that, Off-Worlder. The palace is locked down tight, and...
А ты кто?
I am Captain Bastuco. I have served loyally in the Onderon military...
20 years would mean you were here during the Mandalorian Wars, right?
I was a soldier when the Mandalorians took our world, and I fought in the Resistance. When we drove them from Onderon, I served on the Wall for 10 years after.
You mean after the Jedi drove the Mandalorians from Onderon? The Mandalorians never gave ground to any Onderon soldier.
Such a view could be considered treason. Onderon was responsible for much of the fighting during the last days of the war. Without General Vaclu, the Republic would have fallen.
Что думаешь о генерале Ваклу?
General Vaclu is my superior officer, and I respect the chain of command. He kept the Resistance alive when the Mandalorians were destroying our world.
Понятненько. Так, ну ладно. У нас... Проходим дальше. Больше к нам здесь не прилетает много шаттов, особенно шаттлов без пассажиров. Мой друг работает в космопорте и заметил это. Он поднял некоторые вопросы, а я на них ответил. Так ты, Мивар, говорят, последний замирающий вида, говорят также, что трудно сражаться в одиночку. Познакомься с моими новыми работниками. Награда за твою голову сделать меня и моих людей очень богатыми. Счастливых. Ребята, вы серьезно? Похоже, вы и правда серьезно. Так, ну что ж, пожалуй, на этом данная часть прохождения подошла к концу. Всем спасибо, всем удачи и всем пока.